In this video, I will be showing how to make mini mixed media vision boards. That's a tongue twister. And these are the supplies you'll need. So you'll want to cut down whatever paper you use to 4 by 4 inches or up to 6 by 6 inches. And you can use any kind of paper you want as long as you have 5 pieces of paper cut down. And so I always start out with the list, and then I have different areas that I want to focus on for each card. So I've got health, I've got career, finances, home or home improvement, and relationships. And then I break it down on this list. So for finances, I've got like pay down debts, pay off car in 2 years, build savings. Career, I've got do more creative work in the community, have several streams of income. Relationships, I've got call mom more often, text siblings more often, and then initiate outings with friends and date night with partner. For health, I've got things like work with a personal trainer, sleep earlier. And then lastly, at the bottom, home improvement, I've got things like purge closet and organize art room. And so I've got 6 cards here, but I just had an extra one in case I mess up. But you'll need 5 little paper cutouts, and then I've got a glue bottle and glue stick, and then I've got all these different collage materials. And the reason for the glue bottle and glue stick is that the bottle is for the heavier materials, and the glue stick can be used with any kind of paper material, thin paper. And then I've got pens of different colors here. And then I've also got this little bucket of markers and colored pencils. And so we can get started once you've got your materials. And so I'm going to show you some examples first. So on some of these, I'll do like a cutout, like cut out a truck and dollars, dollar sign, dollar bill. And then this is like a bullet journal format, like a list type of deal where just write things down over the background. And then another cutout with the couch there. And so I'm going to start with finances. And to the left of each section, I've written like bullet journal format or cutout or both. And so for this one, I'm going to do cutouts and bullet journal format together on one card. And so I've got this little piece of green paper with this interesting design, and I'm just going to make like a dollar bill, $20 bill, and just a dollar sign in the middle instead of a president, because it's easier to just do a dollar sign. And then I'm going to start with putting pay down debts. And my pen was running out of ink, so unprepared. But I just am taking a marker and writing back over it. So I made kind of a bigger circle, and then I made smaller dots. And then I'm going to write the specific things as far as paying down debt with a different color pen. So I've got things like keep 1 credit card, so I'm paying off 2 more, pay off car in 2 years. So the biggest thing with the finances is my car, which I got recently, and I want to pay it off a lot sooner than I'm actually supposed to. And I'm big on like vision boards because I've actually had a lot of things come to fruition based on vision boards. Like the car was part of it. So once I got the car, now I can move on to something else, which is paying it off. And the collage piece that I'm using for the wheels is a little heavier than the book page that I used to cut out my car, which is a RAV4. So I just put a little bit of the bottled glue, and then I used a glue stick for the rest of it. And then now I'm just kind of adding little embellishments like to make windows. And so this is what I mean by cut out, like when I put bullet journal format and cut out. So I'm just literally using materials. I'm cutting them out smaller to make them into certain things, as opposed to finding like an image with a truck already or with a RAV4 already. And then I'm just making little notes around it, writing that it's my RAV4, mine in mid to late 2023. Mid 2023, that's maybe really wishful thinking, but you never know. That's the point of these boards, vision boards. And so now I'm making a credit card. And I know a lot of people are against having credit cards. I do think that it helps to keep at least one, as long as the interest is not crazy and even the limit is not crazy, or if you can really stay within the limit. But yeah, so I just put credit cards, keep one for hotel and like rental car, because I feel like there's more protection in case you're like overcharged or charged a bunch. So anyways, yeah. So now I'm just making little marks around it. And so this is the finances portion, or the card specifically for finances. And so now I'm just going to go right into the next one, which is career. And I did put cutout images, but I'm actually going to just do bullet for this one. I feel like this is a perfect card to do like just literally a list for. And I'm a big list person. And this is fun to do like with marker because it makes it a little more creative. So under the big circles, I'm writing like the main points, and then I'm making, I have smaller circles, bullets under each point. And then I'm just going to write based on those specific things. So do more creative work in the community. And so under that, I'm putting community arts projects, donating art and art supplies also as part of community work. And then for do more lectures and art talks, I'll just put like where I would like to do them. So like at universities, and then art conferences. And then underneath that, have different streams of income, art income specifically. And this is stuff I'm already doing, like teaching workshops, making tutorials for organizations, and things like that. And then of course selling art at exhibitions. And so that's it for the career card. And so the list ones usually do go quick because you're literally just writing stuff down. So now moving on to the third one, it's going to be relationships. And I'm using a colored pencil for this one. And so I'm going to use some cutouts, like probably not magazines, but collage pieces. And so the first thing is to call my mom at least once a week. So here I'm drawing my mom with braids. But I'm going to use a sunflower to put in the middle of her face because she loves sunflowers, and I have a lot of stickers. So that makes it more fun. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to write around her face. And I'm literally just writing call mom at least, one time a week. And then next is text siblings a few times a week. And so I've got these like paper dolls left over. There are these boys. And so as you can see, I'm a little brown. My skin is brown. And these kids are white. But it's very fitting because I'm half white. So these two kids will represent two of my half-white brothers. And so what I'm doing is I'm just kind of going with how they look. So the one boy looks like he's sitting down, so I made him a chair, and then I put the other one behind him. And just to be silly, because siblings always have to like bother each other, I'm going to make the sibling in the background, I'm going to make it look like he's giving the other sibling bunny ears, like they're taking a picture and he has bunny ears. I don't know why I came up with that, but it just seemed fitting, especially knowing my brothers and growing up with them. So yeah. So I'm just finishing off the thumb, and then he's going to be giving him bunny ears. And then I'm going to take a pen and I'm going to write around them. So I'm just going to write text siblings a few times a week. And And that just kind of makes it fun to write the words around the images. And then, let's see. Next is initiate outings with friends. So I've got like what's supposed to be like a little map type of deal. It's from like a geography sticker pack that I got. And I'm going to just put explore with friends. I'm going to write it right on there. And then lastly is date with partner at least once a week. So I've got the word love. And then underneath, I'm going to write something like date night. And then I'm just going to glue on like some little embellishment, just a piece of twine, kind of curve it, give it a like more of a collage kind of look. And that's relationships. And then I'm going to start marking these off as I go, or I already did start marking them. Helps me keep track. So now we've got health and self-care. So now I'm going to use a marker. And I just feel like those two things kind of fit together. Because if you take care of yourself in certain ways, like traveling and stuff, it can benefit your health. And so I'm going to put work on fitness as the first one, and then I'm just going to put some things under, like attend classes, get a personal trainer, etc. And then the next big bullet is going to be travel. I'm going to put at least twice a year, spring and fall, and then experience travel by driving and by plane, both yearly. And then I've got body care, so things like get a massage at least 2 times a year. I know some people probably do it more, but at minimum. And then try something new with hair and nails. And then lastly, read and relax. So I've just got read new and old books and study scripture. And so these bullet ones, there's ways to make them more fun, like using marker. And there's other ways that you can like add on if you want. I like things to be more simple on some of them. And then so lastly, I've got home life / home improvements. And on my list, I put get a new couch, but I've been thinking about getting one, but, or a love seat rather. But once I set up my living room, I realized that I didn't really need one, but I still kept it on the list. But on my other cards, you see that I did have a couch, and that was before I got one. And then I ended up getting one after doing that card. So right now I'm just doing like a home with grass in the front. And I'm going to add at one point little flowers, stickers, to show like a garden, because I do want to get into gardening. I've got this magazine cutout that says home. And then so this is the card I was talking about. I'd cut out that couch, and then that was like my main focus, so I just did the couch. But another focus of mine is to purge my closet, which I do every once in a while, and I feel like I need to do it again. Also because I'm actually like seeing a personal trainer and doing fitness classes, so losing weight will mean that some of my clothes won't fit anymore, which is good. And I've drawn some hangers, and then I've written things like what can I not squeeze into anymore. So there might be some clothes that don't fit because of when I gained weight, and so that's what that's for. And then I added a little scripture sticker, and then also I'm adding flowers to the grass in front of the house. And now I'm adding a little sun. So the main things here, of course, purge closet. And then the garden thing. I don't know why I put the closet outside of the house. But yeah. And so I was just going to end it here. But I love like making little journals. And I've been learning how to make different things with book rings. So I actually decided to make this into kind of a little journal type thing. And so I'm punching holes into each one, to each card. And this last one is hard, probably because I have them all, trying to do it with all of them, so I'm just going to do it separate. And then I'm going to bind them together just with one big book ring. I think it's like a 1.5 inch book ring. And then I've got just these scrap papers that I'm also going to punch holes into. And then what I'm going to do is write down each thing that I had for each section. So like for home, I'm putting purge closet. And then you can just flip through each one and write down as many as you want for each section. So I'm just going through each little section, writing down specific things, and you can even write down the dates. So I'm just like flipping through, writing down the most important things that I want to do very soon. And I'm finding that I need to add a few more than I thought, so I'm just punching more holes into more papers and writing stuff down. And then so I'm going to home, and I've got purge closet. And then what I'll do is once I purge my closet, I could just like tear out the piece of paper, or just remove it and add something else when other things come up. And then I'm noticing that I'm needing to add on some things still. And that's what's good about doing it this way, is that you can easily add and remove papers. And some of these sections you might have more for, and that's okay. And of course it probably will fluctuate. Like one day you'll have more in like health and fitness, and then once you kind of get some of those things the way that you want them, you'll realize that before, where you had like one or nothing under career, now you have like 2 or 3 things that you need to focus on. So just like life, it'll always be changing. And the reason that I like to do these card vision boards is that you're able to like focus on specific things per card. I do still love doing big vision boards, but I feel like this puts more focus on the very specific sections in your life. So I've got home. Again, you can just tear it out when you're done, or just open the book ring and remove it. And then for relationships, I did end up adding specific thing like Valentine's Day or birthday dates. And then here, I'm moving stuff around because I'm realizing that some things I'm going to be able to do beforehand. So this is career, and there's some workshops I'm going to be finished with before certain exhibits. So I had to move some of that around. For finances, of course, I'm going to pay off my credit card, or one of my credit cards definitely before my car. So I just have to make sure I have those in order, and then I'm adding years to those things. And then health and self-care, it's like get my hair trimmed, complete my time with personal trainer, and then go to the beach. So that concludes the mini mixed media vision boards tutorial, and I hope that you had fun creating mini vision boards. And just remember that it really does help to make a list to narrow things down, and this can be done with short-term or long-term goals. The ones that I did were mostly kind of short-term, but there were some long ones in there, and you can add as many goals as you like. And so I hope you had fun, and thanks for watching, and have fun creating in the future. I've got more videos coming up in the next few weeks, so see you soon.